We must have Trump win. We cannot endure 4 more years of appeasement, or we will be back in 1939, not 1938. We have to get serious people there. I sent former President Trump my column from Fox News yesterday, which just racked up thousands and thousands of comments, because it just said the vice presidency is going to matter for the first time in many a year. And you can Google Hugh at Fox News, you'll find it. I'm one of their featured columnists Tuesdays and Thursdays. And I laid out, Tom Cotton, Joni Ernst, Mike Pompeo, Elise Stefanik. There are other people that would be great vice presidents. But whatever it is, I really like Cotton the most and Pompeo the second most, and they could either be at defense or vice president. But we've got to telegraph seriousness of purpose versus the giggling, cackling, incoherent vice president. It's the most important decision Donald Trump will make. Now, I also want him to list everything else. And it's mostly, for 95% of voters, it's Trump versus Biden. They don't even care about anything else. They don't know about anything else. But in a crucial and what will be a close election, unless it turns into a blowout in the last minute because Joe Biden is aging before our eyes and he insists on being the nominee and he's not replaced in Chicago, the future of the country is on the line. I'm not going to use the cliche, most important election in our lifetime. They're always the most important election in our lifetime because we are a forward-looking people, but it's a fork in the road. It's second-tier status if you go with Biden. The budget he sent up was unrealistic. It was 0.9%. We're going to build one Virginia-class submarine this year because of backlogs. We spent $7 trillion of Biden bucks, and none of it went to increase our defense industrial base. We have not sent weaponry to Ukraine. And, hey, Republicans, get on the ball. Send weapons, not money. Let euros send. If they want to drop euros on Ukraine to pay for their civil service, great. We need to send weapons, F-16s and missiles and ATACMS and everything else, like Donald Trump did, and we'll do again. But this election is going to be about seriousness of purpose. So the vice president should be as serious as death. I mean, we don't want happy, giggly. We don't want anyone who looks anything like Kamala Harris. We do not. I do want a generational shift. Now, I think Tom Cotton is 42. I think J.D. Vance is 39. Elise Stefanik is younger than Kamala Harris. Mike Pompeo is 60. But Mike Pompeo is as serious as they come. He's a killer. And Cotton's a killer. And I think we want a killer. And by that, I mean, they wore the uniform in the United States, and they were prepared to shoot to kill if necessary. Now, Mike drives a tank, which is better than an infantryman. And, Tom Cotton tells me 101st Airborne, you don't get any better than that. But, I'm not going to argue that because I'm a civilian. I don't know anything. But I do know that Kamala Harris is a goofball. And I say that with genuine affection for goofballs. I like goofballs. Look, Dwayne's been here since 2000. Goofballs can be good. But there's a goofball shot. Not as vice president. Not with an aging president who you like Pope Francis. The whole world is being run by septuagenarian and octogenarians, and I don't know how we got in this position other than the United States is getting older and older people vote for older people. We got to get out of that. We got to turn the page. Mr. President Donald Trump, please pick a younger person who is serious. Because the contrast, for the first time ever, people are going to be looking at that vice president and saying, Kamala Harris might be president. Who, by the way, is the other one? And those of you who listen to my show, you don't believe in ignorant people or how ignorant they are. I get out a lot, right? I do a lot of events, and I do events with radio audiences, and I do events at retirement homes, and I do events at conventions, and the Washington Speaker Bureau sends me places. I have no idea where I'm going. That's who handles my speaking. I'm working with former Senator Heitkamp next week to discuss the state of the nation. And I try and talk to people and ask them questions. There are a lot of people who are ignorant about our peril, and we are in peril from the Chinese Communist Party, from Russia, from Iran, from Iran's proxies, from Venezuela, from Cuba, from North Korea. We are in peril. Donald Trump confuses the hell out of our enemies, and he scares them. And he needs a vice president who does the same thing.